You do spend quite a bit of time in the kitchen. Is that all you're there to do?
But culture is loud, and you could tell me something, and you could hear it somewhere.
Even though we don't know whether you turned 22 or 26, but... And you said you got the ick from boys who auditioned for Big Brother. So what was different about Damboski? Victory.
I don't want to speak about all those people, but Joanna, I like her. Yeah.
Gigi Jasmine.
Because if you can't handle me, then why are you watching?
Today's eviction live show started immediately with Ibuka asking the housemates and the nominated housemates to stand up. While doing that, he was mentioning names of those who have immunity and are saved for this week to sit down. Well, when he finally crossed over into the house, he told them that he was just, trying to test their grit because he overheard housemates saying when Ebuka asked them to stand on Sunday, they're not going to stand. And with that, he said, can you imagine people no get liver? Well, he went ahead to wish Coin a happy birthday, telling him although we do not know the particular age he turned, whether 21 or 26, but Coin corrected that, saying no, it's 25. Ebuka congratulated Zita for winning the head of house last week and told her that it may seem as though she didn't even see that coming on her own part. And she said yes, she did say that's coming. Then Ebuka proceeded to ask her about a conversation she had with Ruboy, where she mentioned that he icks her seeing boys audition for Big Brother, that she can't just understand why men will audition for Big Brother. What's the reason? Why did she make such comments? Well, Zita stuttered for some minutes, asking Ebuka, telling Ebuka there is no behind story. And can you ask me another question? But Ebuka was like, okay, I guess there wasn't anything different with Dambo's kid. And she said, well, for Dambo's kid, Dambo's kid, had to put in lots of emotional work for them to get here. And then comes the most influential housemates of the season, and MENSAN takes this home. Congratulations to MENSAN. It means he actually has immunity this week. And Big Brother told him that his reward will be coming in due time. It's not an easy one having back-to-back immunity. Now, first to be on the hot seat today is Gigi Jasmine. So Ebuka referred Gigi Jasmine to a conversation she had with Sultana, where she was telling Sultana that Denari has been so unhappy since he got into a relationship with Doris, and that he now looks like a lapdog. Well, Gigi Jasmine corrected Ebuka that she never made mention of Denari looking like a lapdog. Rather, she said a lost puppy. That all she was just trying to say is that she misses her friend. That Denari and Doris, she actually liked the both of them. Whenever these people are being put on the hot seat, the conversation, the replies change. They change immediately. Anyways, Gigi Jasmine told Ebuka no that what she's saying is she misses spending time with her friends. She actually likes the both of them. But then Denari is beginning to look like a lost puppy. Well done, Ebuka, for hitting this fake friendship, a fake sisterhood gang in the right time. Saying Doris' facial expression, we know more will be coming from Doris tonight. And, she kept shaking her body, looking at Denari. Anyways, next business of the day, we have eviction. And to our greatest surprise, or rather, let me not even use the word surprise, but Victory got evicted. That was a shocker to me. Now, coming on stage, Ebuka asked Victory that going by his last diary session, how he has been acting from yesterday and today. He's like, did he see this eviction coming? And he said, honestly, he's surprised to be here. He didn't see that coming. That all that emotions had nothing to do with eviction. It was just about things that he was going through in the house. And then Ebuka talked about how Victory delivered that. Coming into the house, he made mention of him loving arguments, and he went in there and he did, in fact, that's of every case that was there, he argued to the last. Of every controversy, Victory was involved. That's how much of that was him and how much of that was a strategy. And Victory said that was just him, that he came in here without a strategy. So all of that we got to see in the house was just Victory being Victory. And now to the entanglements. Victory told Ebuka he wouldn't want to talk about that. He wouldn't want to talk about the rest of all of those girls involved in that entanglement. But you see Joanna, that he likes Joanna. Aw. Anyways, after his highlights in the show was played, Ebuka asked him what's next for Victory. And he said that he has a farm and he'll be going in there to tidy things up, and he's open to more opportunities, more collaboration, more things that will come. All the best to Victory, and I'm glad Ebuka told him that he actually delivered. Victory was content, you won't even deny that. Now, moving back into the house, Ibuka asked Denari of a conversation he had with Gigi Jasmine, where he was asked about the least attractive housemate, and he said by personality he would say culture, that culture lies a lot. And Ibuka asked Denari to explain more on that, but Denari began to stutter, saying well that he was trying to compare culture with MENSAN, that when it comes to MENSAN is loud, but you could tell Mason something and you won't hear it elsewhere. But with culture, that's not what you get. This housemate, Sha. Ibuka then moved to Kaybobo, telling Kaybobo how he spent most of all his time in the kitchen. Like, come on, is that all you have to give us? Because for every time you are in the kitchen, you are cooking. Anyway, Kaybobo told Ibuka that he does other things. That in the morning, when the gym instructor is not here, he takes that up. He socializes with people his energy matches with in the house. He does other stuff in the house. But when it comes to cooking, I remember that when he was coming on stage, that he told you that he's a chef, and who is Hilda Bassi, that he's going in there to cook up a storm. And now he's in the house, and this is his own way of giving back. Giving back to who, my guy? Anyway, he said Big Soso cooks as well, but this is what he enjoys doing. He likes cooking, and at that he cooks for the housemate. Anyways, Ebuka was like, are you done talking? And Ebuka was rolling his head all throughout this explanation. Well, once Ebuka was done asking, Kaybobo said something that housemates will have to sort themselves out this week. Let's see how that goes. What else will he be doing for us, bro? Anyways, let's see. Let's see how much of him he will immerse into the house. Anyways, there is Ivata, and you know his ship is already kicking off, so it will be very easy for him to step out of the kitchen for a while. And now to the next business of the day, and Ebuka crossed over to the house to evict a housemate, and we now have Gigi Jasmine as the latest evicted housemate. Oh my god. See, well, immediately they mentioned Gigi Jasmine's name. Well, although I said long overdue, but we just missed a drama, because going by that question, Ebuka asked Gigi Jasmine about Denari and Doris. I knew Doris was already cooking up something, but we won't get to eat that. Coming on stage, Ebuka told Gigi Jasmine that if there was anything he admired about her, is how opinionated she is, and she never sees or shy away from giving her opinion, that she had opinion about lots of things in the house and she said them boldly. And is that a part of her, she was scared of people getting to see? And she said, like, no, that if you're scared of that, then why are you watching her on the TV? Now Gigi Jasmine's highlights was shown. See, the production team, they tried for Gigi Jasmine, because going by the number of tears Gigi Jasmine dropped in the house, I was expecting her highlight to be back to back something like Sorrowful Mystery. Anyways, after the highlight, Ebuka asked Gigi Jasmine about the whole entanglement with Victory, and she said she wouldn't want to use the right word on a national TV. We all know what she wants to say, probably dickhead, fuck, all those and she said, well, Ebuka asked for PG, a word that is suitable for parental guidance, and she said that all she will say is that Victory is not a good person. We can't wait for the media round. It go hot, and to think that the both of them left at the same time, so the both of you will have to be doing the media rounds together. While Gigi Jasmine is out, I'm currently feeling bad for Sultana, who will have to do lots of shalaye to Doris and group of copy. But anyways, we'll see how that goes. And now to how the viewers voted. See, I must commend Denari's team once again. We all saw how Denari's name popped up as the next least voted person in the first eviction, and since then that guy's name has never appeared again on that list. Like, give it up for his team. And Ivata, that's a narrow escape. I hope her team comes up stronger and better next week. Well, Ebuka crossed over into the house to jokingly carry out an eviction tension on the housemates. But when he mentioned the next housemate to leave is Big Brother, then mentioned Ebuka's name. Just like what Tracy was doing last night, telling Big Brother that he will be the one to be evicted tomorrow. Anyways, tell me, which of these two evictions did you see coming? Did you predict? Well, let me read your comments.
MENSAN. You specifically called him a lapdog since that relationship started. What are you saying?
Evuka, that is enough for tonight.